It was a quiet morning in northern Uganda as a crowd slowly gathered under a tree at the centre of the community in Arut. The crowd seemed to be drawn by the Adonai members worshipping God in Acholi language. People came from around the village of Arut and its surrounding communities to see what was going on. As the worship went on, team members set up medical and dental stands where they saw the villagers. For many, this would be the only opportunity to see a doctor in an entire year. Arut is a community directly affected by the atrocities of the rebel group LRA that once tore apart northern Uganda. Although the war has since ended, the affected communities are still dealing with post-conflict issues. The people of this community have had to live without clean water, schools, health services, and a place of worship. For many in the community, the worship and aid brought by the Adonai partners meant that God had remembered them.
The fact that we thought about them, the fact that we as Africans far away could connect to their needs and their conditions was very, very moving. And they expressed that again and again with gratitude to us.
The people there were eagerly waiting, and it was an opportunity to reach out to them through medical missions.
For the last 5 years, Adonai Partners has worked alongside this community. There is now clean water. A school has been established with over 200 students and still growing. The church that started under the tree is also growing and now has its own building and drawing people from the nearby communities. A child sponsorship program has been introduced to help send children back to school. We have also witnessed our medical and dental programs save lives. Beyond the physical, there has also been a spiritual and attitudinal change as there is growing community mobilization for change, where parents take responsibility for the education of their children. Some volunteering to work in whatever areas they can contribute to see the school succeed. Arut has become a vibrant community. The spirit of the people has been lifted up and renewal is visible everywhere.
We have seen the impact of the work we're doing. When we came here, there was no school, there was no church, there was no water, and there was no health facility of any kind. But this year, we're able to see the children, educate them, feed the children, and best of all, for the first time, we are able to use this brand new facility, a block of classrooms, 5 classrooms with teachers' offices, and we're able to see the children who are growing right from the beginning. Now they are in primary 2. Next year they will go to primary 3. What gives me joy the most is the transformation taking place in the lives of the kids. To see that they can actually speak English and they're growing spiritually too. So it's not just rote learning, it's transformation from the inside out. Loving the Lord and worshiping Him gives me a lot of joy.
Arut is just one of the several communities where Adonai Partners bring together Christian professionals from North America, Africa, and the UK to work alongside their counterparts in host countries to share God's love in very practical ways. Adonai Partners is a non-profit mission and development organization dedicated to working with and through churches and missionaries to take the love of Christ to those least exposed to the good news. We partner with and strengthen existing local churches to equip and place workers among those with the least opportunity of hearing the good news. Established in October 2006, Adonai Partners has been strategically positioned to impact a hurting world, especially poor, vulnerable, and unreached people. We take teams to Uganda, Togo, Nigeria, and South Sudan, carrying out high-impact medical and dental outreaches, touching numerous people with God's love and compassionate action that brings transformation. Inspired by Christian values, we are committed to demonstrating the love of Jesus Christ to families and vulnerable children, especially those affected by war, disease, and extreme poverty. In practical ways, we bring hope through our medical, educational, spiritual, and other community-based humanitarian programs. We work with communities towards human transformation and serve all people in love, regardless of religion, race, ethnicity, or gender. Every year, we take teams from different countries on short-term mission trips to Uganda, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, and South Sudan. Volunteers have come from different countries including Australia, Canada, Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, the United Kingdom, South Africa, and the United States, joining team members from host countries. Adonai Partners is committed to the biblical principle that love should be demonstrated both verbally and in action. Therefore, in our short-term mission, we proclaim the message of Christ by words of hope and deeds of compassion. During these trips, team members participate in a variety of activities, using their professional skills, knowledge, and experience.
So we just did oral hygiene instructions for the general population. Now we're going to focus in on the kids. It's so important here that the kids learn how to brush early so we can do a lot of preventative dentistry rather than going in and extracting teeth. I think it's very important that we show the people here of how to do this, and so that's what we're going to be doing. Come along with us, okay? Thanks.
The top and the top of the top teeth too. When you finish cleaning your teeth, brush your tongue. Brush your tongue like this.
Okay, so we're here in Arut. We're with the children's ministry. As you can see them, we've divided them in 4 different groups in order to be able to control them better, because they're like over 300 children right now. They have 4 different colors, so they go by color. That's why they're split up like that. The teacher of the Adonai school, community school here, she's giving the first explanation. What we're trying to do is we're trying to teach them about the creation. So right now we just started with day 1. She will tell them about the creation day 1, what happened. And what we're going to try to do afterwards is to enforce it with games that they play, that it's not just they hear and they forget about it immediately as they hear. What we're going to do now is we're going to play the first game. What they've done so far is they've been singing which group sings the loudest. And now we're going to play a game. We're going to choose 1 child per group and who's going to run for the ball fastest.
Following Jesus' compassion for children, our programs include both cooking and serving of nutritious meals for children in the villages we work in. For some children, this is the only time they get a chance to eat beef or chicken in a year. We also run youth programs, an important part of which is the mentorship opportunity for team members to share their personal experiences and encourage youth in these communities to pursue their dreams and reach for their potential to become leaders in their communities. We hold the Ignite Missions Conference to encourage, equip, and recruit host country nationals to actively reach out to people within and outside their own communities who have no opportunity to hear the good news of Jesus Christ. Our vision is to mobilize Africans and others to transform Africa for Christ. We have seen God work through us to bring transformation to vulnerable communities affected by disease, war, and extreme poverty. It's a beautiful experience to see the smiles on the faces of people we have touched with our time, skills, gifts and prayers, and we invite you to share that wonderful experience together, regardless of where you come from.
Everyone has a story, whether it is in one way or the other, whether it is financially or personally or family, everyone has a story. And to share that, letting them know that, you know what, I've gone through things as well. I think that is also giving back to encourage them.
I have been the one that has truly been blessed. It's hard to even sum up the experience that it's been for me.
I feel fulfilled because that has been my desire, to always give the gospel to people who don't have it.
To be in Dino and be there at the inception of a new church plant was absolutely amazing. I am so excited to see what God is going to be doing there and to feel that I have a small part in it.
You don't preach the gospel to people on an empty stomach. So we come here, we bring clothes, we bring food, we take the children, and by that we hope that the people will be liberated at the end of the day.
There's a place for everyone, and I truly believe that God is really in favor of touching everyone in every single part of their life. So with Adonai Partners, every team member is really touching the lives of people in various ways.
You can partner with us in so many ways. By praying and helping to mobilize prayers for God's hand to rest upon the work we do in order for us to make an enduring impact. You can make a strategic financial investment that can result in transformation. Funds are currently needed to complete a block of classrooms we have built in Arut, Uganda, and for other educational and social projects in other communities. You can sponsor a child at the Adonai Community School, Arut, Uganda, with $25 a month. For medical and other professionals looking for a way to use their skills, knowledge and ability to make a real difference, our short-term mission trips run for just 2 weeks and gives the opportunity to professionals to use their skills like never before. We also seek partners to strengthen Adonai Partners' organizational capacity and growth. Volunteers are urgently needed to provide administrative support. We invite you to come join us in honoring Jesus by taking his love to people in Africa with the least opportunity to hear and understand the gospel, and demonstrating his compassion to vulnerable children in a holistic manner.